On the last episode of MJ Sailing, we spent time in the town of Arkla, Ireland, waiting out some strong northerly winds that were passing through. Once conditions were favorable for us to begin heading north again, we tossed off the lines, with 300 miles separating us from our next goal, landing in Fort William, Scotland, at the beginning of the Caledonian Canal.
OMG, they're dolphins.
It's a new type of dolphin we haven't seen before. Little small guys.
Yeah, very short.
Yeah. There's one right there.
I missed it.
Nope. Missed it.
We're jumping right next to us. Where'd you go? Every day. Oh, there's one.
Ooh, that was a nice one.
I feel pretty.
Does it look pretty?
Oh, so pretty.
Things have been going all right so far. We've timed the tide fairly well. We're still kind of a little up in the air. Basically, we have to ride each tidal section and arrive properly within a certain little time frame to get the right current going the right direction. Then hit the next one to get the current and keep riding it like a little escalator all the way up. There's one section right now, one little area that we look like we're going to miss, which I don't know if that's going to throw us off for the rest of them or what. There's just so many variables in this so far as to if we're going to make it or not, and we're just not used to it yet. Hopefully that skill comes later, but wish us luck. Right now we're doing 8 knots though. So
With current behind us.
With current behind us. Hair's shedding. Or my hat's shedding. We just a head sail and saying 9 knots, 10 knots apparent wind, and we're doing 8.2. Current wise, we have about 2 knots of current behind us. So even regardless, we're still doing well, we're just a little head sail out. Yeah, it's going all right.
And dolphins.
And dolphins just came and saw us. So that's, they're still here.
They're still here.
They hadn't left us.
Where'd you go, dolphins? It is now my bedtime. Actually, just a little bit before, but we've had dinner and there's not a lot happening. So, good thing is I always get to tuck into bed just a little bit early on those nights. And as Matt had just said, we're doing really well right now with the current behind us. The wind is behind us, so we're swiftly moving along at 7 to 8 knots. But when we run into an area where the current opposes and it's going to be against the wind again, that's going to make it a little uncomfortable. So all we have to hope is that the seas don't build too much. And tomorrow morning, we're going to start going through the North Channel between Ireland and Scotland, so that'll be interesting. But right now, I'm going to catch some rest because I know it'll be much needed. I'm just getting off my 12 to 4 a.m. shift right now, and as you can tell, the sun is coming up and it looks so beautiful. We've got the sun coming up on one side and a full moon setting on the other, and just off to our starboard side you can just make out the shadows of the Isle of Man, which is pretty cool. Wish we could have stopped there on our way. We'll have to see if we hit it on our way back down in a few months. And there has been a lot of shipping traffic crossing our bow. I think they're leaving from the Isle of Man and going to Ireland. But luckily they always tend to pop up on AIS, so we haven't had really any close calls. Seas have really calmed down. It's been a super comfortable ride. We only have like 7 knots of apparent wind, but we're still cruising along at 4.5 to 5, so must be getting that current behind us again. But it is time for me to crawl under some warm blankets. My toes are starting to get frozen, even though I've got some like thick wool socks and my sneakers on. Yeah, I'm gonna curl up under some blankets for the next 4 hours and go to sleep.
Our second day at sea left us with much calmer conditions. For quite a while, we were sailing with both a light breeze and current at our back, gently pushing us along as we approached the North Channel. Later that afternoon, though, conditions did begin to deteriorate. The wind picked up and rain clouds started heading in. Usually not a worrisome event, but we were about to come up on the Mull of Kintyre, well known for its strong currents and eddies. We also were not getting to it as early as we'd hoped, and would be arriving with the wind against current, creating steep and possibly dangerous waves. With the eddies on our starboard side, and a TSS traffic lane blocking us in on port, we kicked on the engine to increase our speed to get through it as fast as possible, watching the frothy standing waves only a few hundred meters from us, and holding our breath until we were safely out the other side. At the start of day 3, we had passed safely through the North Channel and turned the corner to begin our way into the Firth of Lorne. As we made our way deeper into the Firth, waves once again started to build and become closer together. The ride was getting a little wild, and we were counting down the miles until the giant hills around us would begin to block the wind and reduce the thriving seas. The further we got in, the more the seas began to steady themselves out. It wasn't a flat, calm ride yet, but it did give us the opportunity to take in the magnificent sight around us. Rolling, velvety green hills as far as the eye could see.
Bam, bam, Scotland. We're in a loch right now, which is lake. Yep. Absolutely incredible.
Everything around here is stunning.
Yeah. Now we're thinking maybe we'll just spend our summer here exploring. No,
forget
still
Norway.
Gonna go to Norway. We're at basically the beginning of the Caledonian Canal. It's actually still 26 miles that way.
So I'll be doing that tomorrow.
So that's our final approach, but today basically it was 3 days from Ireland to here. So up and around through the Irish Sea.
Actually, no, we did it in 2 days because we left Saturday. Today's Monday. So like 52 hours.
Yeah. We made it. So now we're just enjoying. We still don't have a heater installed yet. That is waiting for us on the other end of the canal.
Yep, in Inverness.
Yep, so right now we are going to go and bundle up and just try to survive the night.
Have a coffee,
Yeah.
maybe have a beer, and then just enjoy. I'll do a quick 360. I don't know if you want
It's amazing here.
Yes. So pretty. Hopefully I'm not making you sick with this quick spin. And yeah. So, time for coffee in the cockpit. So we got some seaweed on the anchor.
It is our first kelp ball, that's what they call it. Wrapped around. And a jellyfish.
Where?
Right here.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that looks pretty nasty.
Yeah. I'm just pushing it down, aren't I? That's not an anchor, so I can pull up. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
That is, wow. There aren't even words.
Well, the words are, get back to the helm.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to helming.
Hey, there's supposed to be a Jessica drop.
Nope. Look at this beautiful spot we got to anchor in last night. It doesn't even look real. But I'm probably gonna be instructed to start moving the boat soon. I'll need both hands. So I'll get back to you once we're underway. And that is a ferry dock along there. And right now, you can see the ferry coming in. But luckily it doesn't leave much wake. Was that fun?
Now my hands are gross.
Lick 'em. Yeah.
Watch out, there's boats.
There's lots of boats.
Yeah, holy crap.
Got a lot of people out sailing this morning. There's
Everyone
one,
else is doing it.
2, 3.
Isn't that the philosophy, Jess? Everyone
Everyone's-
else is doing it, so it must be right.
Yeah.
We're followers.
There's some dark skies around here. And then what looked like it might be clearing in front of us. Turn around. And there's the rain. It's chasing us down. So we're finding our wind. And we're also gonna have to be putting on our hoodies in a second because we are about to get some rain. But as we noticed yesterday, passes by, hopefully clears up. It'll be a day full of rain and sun. And lots of green hills. It's ridiculous how gorgeous it is.
Stay tuned for the next episode of MJ Sailing, where we finish our trip through Loch Linnhe, navigating through a narrow channel under sail power alone, and enter the Caledonian Canal, just in time to watch racers finish the Three Peaks Challenge right next to us.